this part of the world, we can see the great future of the world. Because, you know, if the whole world unites, they're going to look like Singapore. In a big way. So I'm really happy to be here, and I wish I could learn all of your names by the end of the next few days. But anyway, thank you all very much. Thank Orlando for
we cannot let him go off that easily, right? We have a lot of questions you're going to ask. Yes? About what he gave the topic for today, science and religion.
A lot to digest before
Okay. Okay.
One question. What do you think it will be science and religion 50 years time or 100 years time?
You mean the
Let's
religion?
progress.
The progress between science and religion? Well, I think, well, science is, every time you turn on the news, there's a new scientific discovery. I mean, science is advancing every single day. We know things today that we didn't even know 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You've noticed that? Exoplanets, I don't know if you know, that means planets that are part of, we only just knew about them in the last 5 or 10 years. We're discovering things all the time. So I think science, the explosion of science is not finished. I'm sure of that. And I think everybody understands that. I think that religion needs to catch up with science, but it needs to do so by purifying itself and by eliminating rituals and dogmas and so on. In other words, I don't think that the harmony of science and religion in the next 50 years is so much that the scientists need to become more religious. I think it's more that the religious people need to become more scientific. And when they do so, and then they purify religion, then science will observe that this is something good, and scientists will come back to true religion. But they will not do so until such time as religion becomes pure. They just will not do so. But I think it's a glorious future. Now, Adi Mohan said, as soon as that happens, we will see world peace and the world will flourish. Right now, society cannot fly. Because as you know, science cannot produce morality. Science can't cause unity. In fact, if anything, it may be helping to cause war. Do you understand? There's many things science cannot do, and there's many things religion cannot do, and the two must come together. I think it's a very glorious future. I just hope that we don't mess it up too much before that future. Which is why we have to work very hard to bring the light of these teachings.
Okay, I have a question. What does my first think about the Big Bang Theory, the origin of the world, of the whole world?
The Big Bang Theory is a current theory of what we call cosmology, which believes that the universe was created about 13.8 billion years ago from a single dot, in which all of physical creation was a dot, and then it suddenly began to expand. Is anyone familiar with this theory? It's the current theory. There is nothing I know in the Baha'i writings that either denies or supports it. There's nothing. Then you might find a statement here or that God created everything from nothingness, and you can say, okay, that might support it. But
I think it covers something.
But there's nothing in the Baha'i writings that supports it, but the Baha'i writings support scientific study and investigation. And I think we should look at it. There are many scientists today that question this particular concept. They're called alternative models. I think it's just fascinating to see that the universe is ever changing, ever evolving, ever moving. It's not static. This is something we know for a fact, that things are changing today, they were changing in the past, and so on. So there is some kind of constant motion, transformation that goes on. Whether or not, because basically the Big Bang Theory is based on rolling film backwards. Okay, in other words, we're going this way, so if you roll backwards, it goes there. But you know as well as I do that that's not sure, because there could have been something else in that film that we don't know, you see what I mean? But it's the best we can do. And we have no problem, Baha'is have no problem with looking at science, accepting it, and keeping an open mind. We do this in everything. So we do it with medicine as well. We're not told that when you're ill, that you can just pray, and kill yourself. You know how some religions do that? It's not good enough. But we also don't believe that you just have the scientific thing and don't pray. Because healing, he says, is both spiritual and material. This is a harmony thing. Harmony between spiritual healing and physical healing. This is and it's the same with the Big Bang Theory or whatever theory. Believe me, we don't know everything. The Big Bang Theory may or may not be true, in my opinion. But the Baha'i faith, I don't think has any statement on it.
And the other point is, you say it started from the one little dot and the Big Bang. What was the little dot?
Well, all the Big Bang does is kick the can further back, because someone says, okay, well, this physical universe was created by physical matter being there, but there had to have been laws of gravity and physical matter that exist. So then you say, well, who created those laws? And then if you could figure out that, then who created that? In other words, all you can ever do is kick the can backwards as to who created it. In the end, you just wonder about this physical creation.
There are child says, God created everything, and the child asks, who created God?
Well, that's right. These are very big mysteries. But we're completely happy for science to investigate them and study them. But I don't know if they're true. Any other concepts?
If dark matter and dark energy represents what we don't know, how are scientists able to measure that it forms 96%?
Oh, very easy. It's based on what he's talking about, the Big Bang Theory. In other words, physical matter, it gathers together according to the laws of gravity, which we know. Okay, and they're holding together in a certain way that it requires a certain amount of matter. And if you don't have that matter, they wouldn't be holding together to that degree, because all gravity is stronger or weaker depending on the mass. So every physical body attracts another body based on mass. So the sun attracts more than the earth, and the earth attracts more than the moon, and so on. So we look at how they're all attracted, all the galaxies are attracted, and we observe all the physical matter that we can see, that we can detect through all various forms of radio telescopes, and we say they're holding together, and it needs that much more matter for it to hold together. Well, we don't see that matter, but if it's not there, they couldn't be holding together. Otherwise, the law of gravity doesn't exist. Now then, they say, okay, but now they're all moving away at a certain speed. They're receding at a certain speed. And normal law of gravity means everything should come in, because that's the law of thermodynamics, okay? They say that something is pushing them out. And if something is pushing them out, that's energy. And we need exactly this much energy for it to exist. Now, if you don't have dark energy and dark matter, then you can't have the Big Bang. Because the Big Bang is dependent on this. So they created those two hypothetical, theoretical Easter bunnies, 96%, so they could keep their Big Bang theory. Okay? And if any day they discover that 96%, then that might prove it. But this is where we stand. This is what's called the standard model of cosmology. Standard, my gosh, 96%, and you call it standard. It's a pretty big thing. But it's wonderful for science to realize how wonderful this universe is and how fascinating it is, and try to come to the answers to these things. But it's based on basic laws, but I'm not saying it's true. There are some scientists that say there's no such thing as dark matter, dark energy. Some say there's plasma. I don't know if you've heard of that theory. You ever heard of the plasma theory? Some don't get me started. It's not. Anyway.
What are your views on the boundaries that mankind has? Are there boundaries in scientific research on genetic modification?
Are you talking about the morality?
The morality.
The morality of this cognitive science. Yes. This is an interesting thing, because science in the last maybe 20, 30 years has discovered many things that have ethical questions, whether or not you should clone this, or you should do that, or biologically alter this. But it's really no different, when they first discovered how to make bronze, way back, 3000 BC, and then they could make weapons and so on. In other words, at every level, science has discovered something that could be used for good or for bad. And what this basically points out is that science does not have the means to discover morality. It doesn't have that means. It can discover things that can be used for good or for bad. So science can find nuclear power that can be used for good or for bad, and it's the same way. So this is another why we need the moderating influence of religion. And also, we need a religion that is relevant to the needs of this day and age, so it can address these kind of issues. So I don't think that science alone can police itself. It can only discover what it can police. So, thank you.